Welcome back to the Investing Circle, everybody, where we talk all things financial independence and making your money work for you. Today, we're talking about expense tracking and why it's so important to your FI number. And I have to start with mine. $756.23. That's my average monthly spend on dining out. That's $9,074.76 for a 12-month span, or about $25 a day. That's a serious wake-up call. I mean, I really love Uber Eats. It's kind of like getting the best parts of dining out without wearing pants and going out and dealing with the city streets. It's kind of worth it for some, but $25 a day is pretty wild. That's way over the averages for both single people and families of four based on the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis. For California, which is one of the highest, it still only sits at $9 a day and $3,200 for the year. As I said, Business Insider did all the digging, and you can still check the numbers at the U.S. Bureau of Economic Analysis link, both of which are going to be in the description section below. Now, why is the obsession with takeout and how much I spend? As I said, it's really just one simple reason. It's to reach my definition of financial independence, I need to know what my current lifestyle costs. My definition now is not relying on any kind of W-2 income to live my current lifestyle. If there is no destination, how are you supposed to actually get there? And to be honest, you could stumble upon your end result, but I'd rather not leave mine to chance. So how do you track what you spend in an efficient way and then inform your final destination, which is your final financial independence number, or FI number for short? Well, to get started with tracking your wildly out of or in control expenses, you have to find a medium you'll be using to track everything. Now, there are beginner-friendly apps like Mint, pro apps like You Need a Budget, which is short YNAB, and then the cross between the two with a bunch more work is what I use, Google Sheets. I personally have created a Google Sheet, which I've tracked, but that's because I want to do some additional custom things to my sheet and find it almost therapeutic to track this at the end of the day. Once you've found what you'd like to start tracking or what medium you want to use for your expenses, you'll need to figure out what categories you'll be using. Now, this part is relatively easy, and it's probably two steps, right? The first part is you get your paycheck, then after you pay your bills, save a little money and invest a bit, you're staring at your paycheck and your checking account, kind of perplexed. Where did the cash go? This is the whole point of identifying those categories. It's going to take the most amount of time, and it's actually easier to start with some of the really obvious categories like dining out and groceries. You can't just use food because dining out and your groceries are indeed a different expense altogether. See the beginning of this post when I was talking about the Uber Eats and dining out I had. Keep running down the list and think of your normal expenses. Look through a few bank statements to see where things are actually going, write them down, and then lump them into a category. I personally started with a list of 12, combined things like rent and utilities, and then expanded to 16 for 2022. This is because as you track your expenses, you'll see some can be broken out into things like fixed or variable expenses. Housing is a great example. I started with just that, housing, but then expanded to utility, repairs, and rent. Now, getting information into your tracker is the next piece here. This could potentially be the easiest part of the process unless you went my route. Either way, your sheet or app are already set up at this point, so it's just entering the data on a regular basis. Mint, and at least when I used it a very long time ago, allows you to link up bank accounts and categorize your spend. You can also do custom lines if it isn't picking up certain expenses. If you went my route with the Google Sheets and tracking it manually, then you just need to make sure you're getting your receipts after a meal, getting gas, groceries, etc. I found it pretty easy to just get text receipts and then just type them into the sheets when I get back home. I did this typically every day or two and left my receipts right next to my computer so I wouldn't forget. Now, don't forget to throw them away or your desk is going to start looking like a paper shredder, which I did happen when I first started. The final piece to this is to evaluate your averages and find your FI number. This is the fun part. With either method you use, you'll be able to see a sum of all your expenses each month and hopefully the specific category. Then you'll be able to simply take the averages multiplied by 12 months in a year, and see what your average FI number is. Mine actually went down from 2022, probably because I was more conscious of what I was spending on, even though I was not as much on the Uber Eats and dining out. that's all I got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this was helpful in terms of what you could use to track your expenses based on my experiences. If you like the content in this video, please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. If you have any ideas of what you want to see in the next video, let us know. And please don't forget to visit theinvestingcircle.com. Hope you have a great weekend. See ya.